Two people start the same business tomorrow. One hires 50 employees, the other hires no one. And in 5 years, the one with no one wins. Not because they worked harder, because they had something the other person didn't. A kind of leverage that didn't exist a few years ago. And it's about to make a very small group of people almost impossible to compete with. The rest of us won't even see it happening until it already has. Every few generations, the rules of who gets ahead quietly change. Land, then factories, then money, then the internet. Each time a small group saw it first and pulled away from everyone else before the world caught up. It's happening again, right now. And this one is faster and bigger than anything before it. Because for the first time in history, a single person can command the output of an entire company. No staff, no permission, no limit. The question isn't whether this changes everything, it's which side of it you'll be standing on. For all of human history, there was one rule about getting big. To do more, you needed more people. More hands, more hours, more mouths to feed. An empire needed an army. A company needed a staff. An idea needed 100 people to build it. Power was tied to scale, and scale was slow, expensive, and gated. You had to convince people, hire them, pay them, manage them, which meant most people with the best ideas never got to build them at all. The bottleneck was never your imagination. It was everything it took to turn it into something real. And then, almost overnight, that bottleneck disappeared. A single person can now write like a team of writers, design like a studio, code like an engineering department, research like an institution. Not by learning all of it, by directing something that already can. Think about what that breaks. The thing that used to take 100 people a year, a fortune, now takes one person, a few weeks, and almost nothing. For the first time, the size of what you can build has nothing to do with the size of your team. It only depends on how well you can point this new force at the right target. And here's where it gets uncomfortable. When one person can do the work of 50, the world doesn't need as many of the 50. Effort and income, which were tied together always, are about to come apart. On one side, a small group of people who treat this like an army, who multiply themselves with it. On the other, everyone's still trading hours, competing on effort against people who aren't limited by hours at all. This is the part nobody wants to say out loud. It won't make people a little bit more productive. It will make a few people unstoppable and leave everyone else wondering what happened. The gap between those two groups is about to become the widest it has ever been. The question is, so why won't people grab it? This is the thing the person with no employees understood. The leverage is sitting in front of everyone. It's cheap, it's available right now, it asks no one's permission. And almost nobody takes it seriously, for three reasons. One, it doesn't feel like work. It's quiet, it's fast, it doesn't exhaust you, and we've been trained to only trust the things that drain us. Two, they treat it like it's a toy. They use it to save 10 minutes instead of building something they never could have built alone. And three, they're waiting for it to be proven, for permission, for someone to tell them that it's allowed. And while they wait, the people who didn't wait are already gone. That was the difference. Not effort, not talent. One person picked up the lever, the other one stared at it. So let's be clear about what's actually happening. It was never going to be humans versus machines. It's humans with leverage versus humans without it. The danger was never that AI takes your job. It's that someone using AI does. Someone who, with the same hours as you, now produces 10 times that you can. You're not competing with the machine. You're competing with the person who picked it up before you did. And that person could be anyone, including the one who decides to start tonight. So what do you actually do with this? You don't need to understand all of it. You don't need to be technical. You don't need to be ready. You need to stop using it like a toy and start using it like a lever. Pick one thing you've always wanted to build, or make, or start, and use this to build the version of it that used to require a whole team. One project this week, pointed at something that matters, not to save 10 minutes to do the thing you never could do alone. That single shift from tool to leverage is the entire difference between the two people we started with. Land, factories, money, the internet. Every time the lever moved, a few people moved with it, and everyone else found out too late. It's moving again, right now, while you're watching this. The people who will look unstoppable in 5 years aren't smarter than you. They aren't working harder than you. They just stopped waiting and picked up the lever that was sitting in front of all of us. So the only question left is the one you have to answer tonight. Are you using it, or are you about to be left behind by someone who is?